Most people give away their power without even realizing it. They wear their dreams on their sleeves. They tell everyone what they're thinking, planning, feeling, and then they wonder why nothing ever works out. Listen carefully. Your intentions are your ammunition. Once you hand them over, you're defenseless. And in this world, whether you like it or not, you're either holding the cards or you're being played. Niccolo Machiavelli, the man who wrote The Prince, understood something most people still don't. The less others know about your true goals, the more control you have over the outcome. You see, human beings are predictable. Jealousy, fear, insecurity, these emotions twist people into doing things even they don't understand. Announce a big ambition, and watch how many so-called friends secretly root for your failure. Reveal your next move, and watch competitors quietly build traps to stop you. It's not because people are evil. It's because people are human. Machiavelli wasn't telling you to hate the world, he was telling you to understand it. He wasn't saying be evil, he was saying be smart. If you're tired of running into invisible walls, if you're tired of wondering why progress feels like dragging a stone uphill, there's a reason. You're giving away too much. When you reveal your intentions too soon, you invite resistance. When you show your cards too early, you give away negotiation power. When you speak instead of act, you weaken your momentum. So today, I'm going to walk you through the timeless principles of guarding your intentions the way Machiavelli would want you to. Not because you need to live in fear, but because you deserve to move freely, powerfully, and effectively through life. If you want to become the kind of man who gets things done, who shapes their future instead of being shaped by everyone else's opinions, then you must learn the art of strategic silence. Master this, and you'll notice something incredible. Doors open faster. People treat you with more respect. And suddenly, you'll realize you're not playing checkers anymore, you're playing chess. Ready? Let's dive in. Step 1. Master the art of ambiguity. When people cannot read you, they cannot control you. It is that simple. Most people walk around like open books, begging to be read. They overshare. They explain themselves to death. They think that if everyone understands them, life will somehow get easier. Wrong. Life rewards those who move in silence and let their results speak louder than their words ever could. Look around. Think about the people you admire most. Are they broadcasting every move they make? Or are they quietly building, moving, and executing without warning? If you want to start winning, you must stop explaining. You owe no one a detailed map of your inner world. You do not have to tell your friends your next career move. You do not have to tell your family your financial goals. You do not have to tell random people on the internet your dreams. You can be polite, you can be friendly, but your inner world, that is sacred ground. Treat it like a fortress. Guard it with your life. Machiavelli understood this perfectly. In The Prince, he talks about the importance of maintaining appearances while hiding true intentions. Smile when you must. Play the social games when you have to. But never confuse playing the game with giving away your soul. Here is the hard truth. The more predictable you are, the easier you are to manipulate. The more people think they know what you are doing, the easier it is for them to block you, copy you, or sabotage you without you ever seeing it coming. And the worst part? Most of the resistance you will face will not come from enemies. It will come from people who claim to care about you. Their fear will seep into your plans. Their doubts will infect your confidence. Not because they hate you, but because they are afraid to see you rise above them. You must protect your dreams like a flame in the middle of a storm. You must learn to speak without revealing, to move without announcing, to act without seeking approval. Master the art of ambiguity. Be clear about your values, but vague about your plans. Be solid in your character, but fluid in your movements. When people ask you what you are working on, give them enough to satisfy their curiosity without giving them ammunition to use against you. You do not owe them the blueprint to your future. And remember, silence does not mean weakness. It means strength under control. When you are no longer desperate for validation, when you no longer feel the need to narrate your life like a reality TV show, when you are willing to be misunderstood for a while in order to be unstoppable later, that is when you will finally start to feel the power Machiavelli was talking about. Most will never even realize what changed. All they will know is that somehow you are always 10 steps ahead, and by the time they figure it out, it will be too late. Step 2. Let actions be your loudest statement. Talk is cheap. Everyone is talking. Everyone has a dream. Everyone has a plan. Everyone has an excuse. You want to be different? Then stop telling people what you're going to do. Start showing them. Machiavelli knew that promises are weak weapons. What moves the world is action. Results. The things people can see, touch, and experience. In The Prince, he explains how rulers maintain power not by endless speeches, but by bold, visible actions that command respect. Words are slippery. Actions are undeniable. Here is a brutal truth. The more you talk about what you are going to do, the less likely you are to actually do it. Why? Because every time you talk about a goal, your brain tricks you into feeling like you have already accomplished something. It rewards you with a little hit of dopamine. It makes you comfortable. And comfort is the death of greatness. You want the real dopamine hit? Finish the work. Build the business. Get the body. Win the race. Then enjoy the satisfaction of knowing you did it without needing an audience cheering you on halfway through. Think about it like this. You are a lion. Do lions broadcast their hunts before they begin? No. They move silently. They stalk their prey with patience. And when the moment comes, they strike with force and precision. That is the model you must adopt. Quiet build-up, explosive execution. Here is a practical rule you can use starting today. If you feel the urge to announce something you are working on, stop and ask yourself, would I rather feel good talking about it now, or feel unstoppable once it is done? Choose accomplishment over announcements. When you start moving in silence, your energy shifts. People begin to notice something different about you. They sense that you are serious, even if they cannot put their finger on why. And the best part? Your momentum becomes unstoppable because it is no longer tied to anyone's approval. It is your journey, your mountain to climb, your empire to build. Let them wonder what you are up to. Let them gossip and guess. Their noise is irrelevant. Their opinions are powerless. You will be too busy winning. Understand this. When you act instead of announcing, when you produce instead of promising, when you deliver instead of discussing, you move from being just another voice in the crowd to being a force of nature that cannot be ignored. And that is exactly what this world respects. Step 3. Learn to disguise your true motives. If people can predict you, they can trap you. If people can see your true motives, They can block you before you even start moving. Machiavelli understood the game of appearances better than almost anyone in history. He knew that if a ruler announced his every intention, enemies would unite against him before he could act. But if a ruler disguised his true goals under a cloak of harmlessness, he could move freely and strike when the time was right. This lesson is not just for kings and politicians. It is for you. Right now, if you want to master your own life, you do not need to lie. You do not need to manipulate. But you must learn the art of strategic misdirection. Here is how it looks in practice. If you are building something massive, you do not walk around broadcasting, "I am building an empire." You keep it small, humble, casual. You let people think you are just working on a little project. You nod and smile. You act like nothing special is happening. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, you are laying foundations that will shock them all. It is the same way a general disguises his army's movements until the ambush is already underway. It is the same way a master chess player sacrifices a pawn to mask a much deeper plan, unfolding 3 moves ahead. If you announce your ambition too early, people will try to contain you. If you show your hunger too openly, people will fear you, and fear breeds opposition. Stay underestimated. Stay overlooked. Stay in the shadows long enough to build your strength without interference. By the time they realize what you are really about, it will be too late for them to stop you. Machiavelli put it this way: everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. Let that sink in. Appearances are tools. Master them. Act mild when you are planning bold moves. Act indifferent when you are burning with purpose. Smile and nod, even when inside you are calculating 3 steps ahead. Not because you are fake, but because you are protecting your mission from unnecessary resistance. This is not about being sneaky. It is about being wise. You are not obligated to hand your enemies a loaded gun. You are not required to tell everyone exactly where you are vulnerable. You are not responsible for explaining your every move to a world that will not understand your vision anyway. You owe it to yourself to move smart. The man who guards his motives guards his future. The man who reveals everything invites sabotage. If you want to climb higher, if you want to build faster, if you want to live freer, learn to keep the deeper truth hidden beneath a simple surface. Keep your mission quiet. Let your success make the noise. Step 4. Control the narrative without revealing the truth. If you do not tell your story, someone else will. And trust me, they will not tell it the way you want. Machiavelli knew that in politics, perception was everything. It did not matter what the truth was. It mattered what people believed. The same rule applies to your life. People are always forming opinions about you, whether you like it or not. And if you leave an empty space, they will fill it with their own assumptions, fears, and projections. So here is the game you must play. Control the narrative. Shape the image they see. Guide their assumptions without ever giving them full access to your reality. You do this by offering carefully crafted glimpses, not full confessionals. You show them just enough to suggest strength, competence, and confidence, but never enough for them to see the full picture. Give them a headline, not the whole article. Let them think you are focused on something small while you are quietly building something massive. Let them assume you are satisfied with mediocrity while you are plotting excellence. Let them see a man who is content, calm, and unthreatening, while inside you are sharpening your skills to strike with devastating precision when the time comes. Understand this. When you control what little information people have about you, you control their reactions. You can create an environment of underestimation. You can avoid unnecessary jealousy. You can bypass obstacles that would appear if people saw your true strength too soon. It is not about lying. It is about framing. You are telling the truth, just not the whole truth. You are leading the audience to look at your left hand, while your right hand is building the real future. This is not dirty. This is not evil. This is survival. This is wisdom. Machiavelli would tell you, the world is not fair. It does not reward purity for purity's sake. It rewards those who know how to move through human nature without getting destroyed by it. So here is what you must practice. Speak with clarity but not full disclosure. Share victories once they are too big to hide. Reveal struggles only after you have conquered them. By keeping control of the narrative, you protect your peace. You protect your focus. You protect your momentum. If you do not, you will constantly be battling rumors, doubts, sabotage, and unnecessary criticism. You will be leaking energy you should be investing in your mission. You do not need to play defense against the world if the world never sees the ball until it is already in the net. Stay strategic. Stay composed. Stay underestimated. Control the story they see. Keep the real ones sacred and guarded. When you do this, you will notice a shift. People will respect you more. They will sense that you are not easily read, not easily shaken, not easily controlled. And that quiet, invisible authority will open doors that words never could. If you have been paying attention, you already understand something most people never will. The world does not reward loud intentions. It rewards quiet execution. It does not reward endless explanations. It rewards undeniable results. Machiavelli did not write for weak men. He wrote for those willing to rise, to see the world as it is, not as they wish it were. And if you are still here, listening, then I know something about you. You are not here to stay small. You are not here to beg for permission. You are not here to announce every move and hope for applause. You are here to build, to conquer, to create a life so solid, so unshakable, that no amount of gossip, doubt, or resistance can break it. But to do that, you must start protecting your intentions like gold. You must stop giving away the blueprint to people who could never build what you are building. You must move through life like a seasoned general, not a reckless amateur. You speak little. You act much. You reveal nothing until it is too late for anyone to stop you. You keep your dreams close, your plans closer, and your work ethic at the center of everything you do. Because here is the truth. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is pressure building. Silence is energy concentrating. Silence is power growing, quietly, until it explodes into something no one can ignore. You are not invisible because you are weak. You are invisible because you are working. And when the time is right, the world will not be able to deny you. They will see the finished product, the business, the body, the brand, the legacy. And by then, it will be carved in stone. No one will remember the gossip. No one will remember the doubts. They will only see what you built when no one was watching. Remember this. You do not owe the world your plans. You owe the world your results. You do not need to be understood right now. You need to be unstoppable later. You do not have to fight every battle. You just have to win the war. Play the long game. Move with patience. Strike with force. And never, ever reveal your full hand until the victory is already secured. Now is the time to act. Right now. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel like it. Now. Start building quietly. Start protecting your intentions fiercely. Start becoming the kind of person who does not need to announce their greatness because it speaks for itself. By the way, if you are serious about leveling up, mastering your mind, and winning on your own terms, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and join this movement. This is not for the weak. This is not for the excuse makers. This is for the ones who are ready to build quietly, move smartly, and dominate completely. Until next time, stay strong, stay sharp, stay silent.